Hey guys, how's it going? Josue back again with another video. Today I want to talk to you guys about caring about what other people think, how to stop caring about what other people think. This is something that many of us go through. I still go through this. I don't think it'll be hard to really fully 100% not care about what other people think, especially when we grow up caring about what other people think. We grow up when we're little, we're so little, we don't know. We're trying to learn what's going on with the world, and we have to learn from other people. We can't just learn it all on our own. So we start to, and of course we have our families, we have our mom and our dad, and those closest to us, the people that we are in a relationship with. So caring about what other people think, it comes naturally, but it is good and bad. But mostly nowadays, it's a hindrance. The other people's opinions of us are literally controlling us. We're allowing other people's opinions of us to define us, and that is not how life should be. We have to define ourselves. We have to be our own person. Be you, because everyone else is taken, and you're not going to be able to be yourself if you care too much what other people think. You're not going to be able to do what you want if you care too much about what other people think, because some of the most amazing things that we can do, some of the most simplest things that we can do, when you do them, people will look at you like you are crazy. For instance, if you eat mostly fruits and vegetables, if you're stuffing your face with fruit all the time, and you're like staying away from the cooked foods, and you're staying away from the processed foods, you're not having fast food, you're not eating meat. If you're not doing these things, these complicated things, because these things, to do the processed foods, to eat the meat, to eat the animals, to the meat, dairy, and the eggs, to do all of that, it takes a lot of work to do all of that. It is much simpler to just grow the fruits, to grow the fruits and vegetables. It's much easier to just grow the fruits and vegetables and eat them in the natural state than it is to grow food to feed animals, then to kill the animals, than to heat up the food and then eat it. Like, you're going through all that process when you could just eat from the source. You could eat from where the animals would get their foods from. And at this point nowadays, we've gone off the deep end, and we barely even have real food anymore. So we have to stop caring about what other people think, guys. And if you're in the raw food movement, even if you're in the vegan movement, many times we have a hard time expressing our love for veganism, expressing our love for raw foods, because others will think we're crazy. Others will not be accepting of us. But it does not matter. Express your love. Do not hide your love, because right now, the people that are loving their junk food, that are loving their bacon, they're expressing that, and it's going all over the internet, and that's what everybody is seeing. And children that are very impressionable are seeing that. But if you are eating your fruits, your vegetables, and you're hugging your animals, you're hugging your trees, if you can show that on social media, that increases the chances of a child going on social media and seeing that picture instead of bacon. They can see someone hugging a pig rather than somebody eating a pig. So that's your power. That's our power. That's what we have to do. The people that are opposed to our lifestyle, they're not taking a break from expressing their lifestyle. Look at the 4th of July. They just blowing up fireworks. And we have to really take a stand for what we believe in. We have to, even if people are going to call us the fun police, like we're saying that veganism, we're showing them that veganism is too hard, that they have to give up too much stuff. But just show them how even though you've given up so much, you really haven't given up anything. First of all, we have gotten better health. We have gotten more energy. We're happier. We're friendlier. We're getting more hugs. We're giving more hugs. We're giving more love, and we're getting more love. We're gaining so much more than we were on the other lifestyle. So we're not really losing much. So they might, on the surface, it looks like you have to give up some activities that are quote unquote fun, but these activities are very disastrous for many, many reasons. So we really have to stop caring about what other people think, and we also have to realize that thinking takes a lot of energy. And not only do we care a lot about what other people think, but many times we are also thinking too much about other people. We are also judging other people. We are also wanting to be in control. I can speak about this because I can be a very controlling person. Like, I have had to really practice the no judgment rule. There's this book called The Seven Spiritual Laws, and one of those laws is the laws, like, is to spend a day, try to spend your day not judging. Consciously decide not to judge anything, to just let things be. And when you do that, you gain so much. Because when you're trying to control everything, when you want things to go your way, you're thinking a lot. You're thinking a lot about, and you're trying to control the process. You're trying to control life, and life is not controllable. Life is spontaneous. Life is random, and life also makes sense. Like, life is not random, really. But when you try to control life, when you try to control anything, you suffocate it. So when you try to control life, you're trying to control other people. You're suffocating them, but you're also suffocating yourself. You're draining yourself of your own energy, and you also be draining them of their energy. You become an energy vampire. So you gotta realize that that thinking process, it takes a lot. Our brains, our subconscious mind's already doing a lot. You know, our subconscious mind is making sure that we're walking correctly, that we're not tripping over our own feet, that we're breathing, that we are, you know, because if you can think about all the things that we are doing, like all the things I'm doing right now, if I had to consciously think about doing every single little action, I wouldn't be able to do anything else. So our subconscious mind is already doing a lot. Our brain is already working very hard, and if we tax our brain with needless thoughts and a needless need to control things, we become exhausted and we lose our energy. So know that about yourself and stop judging others. And once you stop judging others, it'll become a lot easier for you to not be afraid of others judging you. And then if they are judging you, guess what? You will not take it personal. That's one of the four agreements. That's also a very nice book. Do not take it personal. If somebody says something to you, do not take it personal. As much, it really has nothing to do with you and more to do with them. You know? So it doesn't matter who it is. It could be your mom, your grandmother. It could be a significant other. If they say something about you, do not take it personal. Do your best not to take it personal. Just if you don't take it personal, then you can go further and you can figure out where they're coming from. But if you take it personal, then you go up here in your mind. You start thinking, why are they saying that? Is it true? And you start judging yourself and you start believing what they're saying. But if you don't take it personal and you know that it's not about you, it's more of a reflection of what's going on within them, then you are able to take it to the next level and help them out and help them and truly be a reflection and to show them what they're showing you. So keep that in mind as well. And it's just, like I said, it's something that we all go through. And even though, like me right now, like as I do more and more videos, I'm able to express myself more and more. I can speak about more topics. You know, there are some topics where at the beginning I'm not ready to talk about that yet, but I challenge myself to talk about it. And I created this channel in a way so that way I can talk about whatever I want. And I like it that way because I don't want anything to be off limits. I want to be able to talk about sexuality if I want, porn, you know, whatever, any subject, weed, alcohol, it doesn't matter. There's nothing off limits. And I think when we put things off limits, you know, we tend to have a negative association with them, and there's guilt and shame associated with them. And when there's guilt and shame associated with something, we tend to not talk about it, and it tends to have a lot of control over us. But once we take the guilt away, and once we just let it be, it is what it is. We can talk about it openly, and we can talk about it constructively, and it becomes a lot easier to do something about it. So, yeah. And every day too, like it happens. Like sometimes I'll be at the park and I want to hug a tree. And I'm like, man, there's a lot of people around. Maybe I shouldn't hug this tree. And you know what? I'm deciding, you know what? Why am I afraid to hug this tree? So, and I hug the tree. And something that happens with me, like whenever I do something that I'm a little uncomfortable about, I get like really hot and like it's just weird. But when I do it, and once I've done the act that I was afraid to do, it feels much better. Like I literally, my body heats up and my head starts itching, and it's like it's a little fear. It's that fear inside of me, and I do what I'm afraid to do, and once it's done, I feel so much better, and I've leveled up a little bit more. So when you feel yourself just being worried about what somebody thinks, just do it. Challenge yourself to do it, to not care. If it's something that you truly, genuinely want to do, and it's not harming anybody else, but you're a little afraid to do it, just do it. Do it. And trust me, it will help you. it'll help you to grow, because that's how we grow. We have to challenge ourselves. We have to kind of live on the edge a little bit. We have to push ourselves. We can't just be sitting in the same place all the time. We can't just put ourselves in that little box, in a little cage, and just stay there. We gotta break out of that cage. We have to express ourselves. That is one of the best ways of freedom. That's where freedom starts. Freedom doesn't start with just, doing outlandish, crazy things that you want to do because society doesn't want you to do it. Freedom starts with expressing yourself. And society doesn't want you to do that either, but that's really where the freedom is. Start to express yourself, and you can start right now. You can be free right now. You can just start, you can make the decision to just be like, I'm going to say what I mean. I'm going to say how I feel. I'm going to act how I feel. I'm going to express who I am. And if you don't know who you are, then find out who you are and start expressing that in whatever way you want. And then you can start living a magical life. You can start growing every single day. You can start appreciating being grateful of every single day, every single second, being grateful of everyone that comes into your life, because then you will learn so much. You will learn so much more if you live life in that way, when you're expressing who you are. But when you are not expressing who you are, you do lose your third eye. You lose the sight. You lose the wonder that is in the world. You lose the connection that is in the world, because you are taking yourself out of the equation. Because we came here to express ourselves. And when we express ourselves, we see the connection, and we become part of the connection. But when we resist who we are, we break that connection, and then we become separate from the world. But as soon as you decide to just be who you are, that connection is open again. So it's right there, it's right in front of you. You never truly lose the connection. You just don't see it until you start being yourself. So that's my video for the day. Hope you like it. If you do, hit the like button below. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys on the next one. If you have any video ideas, any subjects you want me to talk about, definitely, hit me up in the comment section. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.